Hey guys, it's me, Alexia, also known as Nikki. I go by both names on this platform. Welcome to my channel. If you're a returning visitor, you will notice that I have updated my channel name to be Health with Alexia. It was Alexia Nicole. Long story short, I had the name Alexia Nicole. Someone else changed their name to match the spelling of my name. It's not a big deal. YouTube names are not exclusive to one person. Only the web address is. Because I've been having some really funky things going on with me in the algorithm lately, I can't say that that's the issue, but to make sure that there was a clearly defined line between my channel and anyone else's, I decided it would be best for me to just go ahead and break down and change my channel name to something unique and not in use on anybody else's channel. And hopefully no one changes to this name as well, but you know, by then I'll know whether or not that even has any effect, or at least I'll be able to make an assumption, an educated guess. So Health with Alexia will be updated on my branding shortly. I just could only do the name right now, but my banner, subscribe button, all that stuff will be updated sooner than later. Thank you for your patience during this transition period. Now, if you don't know, this is just my weekly health updates. I also share with you what happened with me with the previous week. I'm going to go through some of my changes, but what I also realized, because I wanted to include footage from my week or things that I do, but I do not like vlogging traditionally. I just feel like if I go do a workout or I go to a new place and I try a healthy dish or something like that, I do want to share those things more with you. You know, I'm tired of looking at me in this room and my living room and my bedroom. However, I am all about balance, and to carry a camera through a whole event with me, I just tried it. Y'all, I tried it. I can't do it. So what you will see differently if you've already been here, and what you can expect from here on out if you're new, is that on my weekly updates, I will share my health journey, my progress, my new goals, any weight that I've lost or any changes that I made, more progress pictures, but also any events that I'm referencing or things that I did throughout the week. I'm going to start inserting the clips that I take into this once a week or once every 2 week summary about what's been going on with me and what's been going on with my life. And that way I can actually enjoy the things that life has to offer without a camera in my hand, and you can be in on that too, even with the little bit of footage that I do take. So anyway, let's get started. So I also spoke last week about how I have had this aversion for the camera when it comes to my body. One of the things I noticed is different between me and the other health channels that I need to get on board with actually is showing my body more. I think I veered too much to the opposite side of trying not to be sexy or sexual or be too gimmicky or clickbaity by, you know, having the side shots of my booty if I feel like I had booty gains for that month or arms. But the reality is people want to see that. So I found some pictures of where I started, and y'all, take a look at this. I did not realize in that moment, even with the pictures, how puffy I had gotten. I say puffy, jiggly, fat, thick, whatever you want to call it. But relative to my weight in the past, I had gotten extremely big, okay? Yeah, good was roly-poly on them, okay? Not for me. And so even then, when I did the video clips of this starting footage, I didn't see it. Now that I've made the progress that I made, I think I've lost about 44 pounds total, and I've done a lot of strength training and reconfiguration of my body shape and all this other stuff. I really see it now. And so that's where I was then. Here I am now at about 186.8. And yeah, so I just want to keep an eye on the changes, because now the scale isn't moving so much. I would love to get below 180, but I feel like every few pounds that I lose now is showing up so massively, I might not even need to get below that. I'm doing a lot of strength training also, so there's a lot going on at once. There's fat loss and also muscle gain, I believe, occurring at the same time. Not to mention that even though I'm almost 40 years old now, I have always had an athletic frame, even under all the fluff. I've just been very muscular, just needed to get rid of a lot of the fat. So the more training I do, you know, I don't feel like it takes me as long to get some definition, if you know what If I'm making sense, I hope I'm making sense. Point being, I want to rely more on the pictures than I want to rely on the scale at this point in my journey. But mind you, I ain't trying to be going up on that scale. I don't ever want to get over 190. I don't want to get to 190, but that is definitely the point where it's like emergency 911. Somebody call the doctor, the ambulance, call the popo, because we are in an emergency situation. 190, I don't ever want to see. Definitely don't ever want to exceed. So from here on out, I will be taking more pictures. You will be seeing more, little poses and things showing what is going on with my body. Which takes me to the next thing. I tried to film a glute workout for you guys. Now, I'm not a trainer. I am not a nutritionist. I'm not a doctor. Now that that's out of the way, let me help you understand. This tracking of my journey is just as much for me as it is for you all. It is something I'm very passionate about, which is why I decided to document it. Filming my workouts has been vital to me improving my form. And if you're familiar with anything about working out and doing so to lose weight and get stronger, form trumps quantity every single time. Form means that you're working out what you're supposed to be working out, you're reducing the chances of injury, and you're getting the most out of your workout. You can mentally think that you're performing exercises correctly, but if you ever record yourself, you'll realize that the squat wasn't as deep as you thought it was, or maybe your knees were way past your toes and it wasn't the appropriate type of lunge or squat to do so in. You'll notice things that you're doing improperly that aren't really giving you the most out of your workout. So I like to film my workouts for that reason. And sometimes I share them on my Instagram, and I share clips on YouTube as well. Most of those are on my shorts, so I don't know if you get notifications for those if you're already a subscriber, but I do have them on my channel as a short. So I tried to do a workout where I actually was trying to do the resistance band workouts, and I have some clips here, but we have to scrap that. I'm gonna have to try to do it again. Reason being, the bands that I have are uber cheap. They was rolling all over the place while I was trying to do the workout. It was very frustrating, for one. For two, I'm not really, I'm really clumsy with trying to get these angles set up for these workouts. It's really frustrating. It's the one part of doing this that I don't like. And I feel like it almost takes away from the workouts is the amount of effort that has to be put into the setup process and the angles and the lighting and all that other stuff. And so that was already a frustration. Then the bands were so cheap that they were rolling and cutting off my circulation and uncomfortable. And then I had on the cutest bras that I got, sports bras that I got from Amazon. They are cute, y'all. I wouldn't call myself the most busty woman, but I am a little bit chesty. You know what I'm saying? And I had a nip slip through most of the video. One boob in particular did not want to comply with what I was trying to do. Big Mama was like, nope, I want to see too. Now look at the video and she's out like this. So anyway. I'm going to attempt that again, and I emphasize that I'm not a trainer because I want you to understand that I'm showing you what I'm doing to diversify my workouts and to keep them from getting boring. But I am learning as I'm recording. I'm watching back as you're watching me for the first time because I'm looking at what I'm doing to learn what needs to be worked on in my form. I know what it felt like I was doing versus what I was actually doing. So with the hopes of every time to improve and work and get better. I'll put those disclaimers on the video, but I just wanted to emphasize that don't rely on me 100%. If you want to look at some of the stuff that I do, great. If it gives you inspiration, great. But I highly recommend you look at someone who is a professional to give you more detail into correct form, because not only can they show you, but they also know the who's, what's, where's, when's, and why's behind it. And I'm just not there. So other than that, last week I didn't have any specific health goals, did I? Other than to bring you the pictures, to take more pictures, which I've done. You can see where I am, and I'm going to continue to do. Oh, I also went out last week. I will tell you this, I can notice one of the big indicators of how much my eating habits have changed when I go overboard, not even necessarily in quantity, but too many quote unquote bad things and eating too many bad things too close together. Like, I went to Morris Brown homecoming. Shout out Morris Brown. I went with my aunts and some uncles of mine. I'm a Georgia State University alum, but most of my friends were busy for that weekend, so I decided to go with my aunt. Had a blast. Okay, ain't nothing like a HBCU homecoming. Nothing like it. Got to see the Stickin' Sensations, which is the legendary Morris Brown drumline. I got to see my aunts and uncles cutting up, acting a fool. I got to see a helicopter descend from the sky carrying the president of Morris Brown, along with the, I guess, homecoming king and queen for this year. It was just done in a way that only we can do it, and I loved every single minute of it. But I ate. Y'all, let me tell y'all what I was walking down the street with. I wish I would take a picture of this. I had neck bones, mac and cheese, potato salad, baked chicken, green beans, but you know they was soaked and cooked in some kind of meat. Delicious. Bahama Mamas, Bob Marley drinks, rum, wine coolers, sodas. When I got home that night, y'all, I felt like I took a sedative, and in the middle of the night, my head was pounding. I felt sick. So I've definitely changed the way I've eaten gradually. I can still eat those things, but I can't eat them back to back like I did this past week. I just can't. Took me a full 24 hours to recover, y'all. So don't do it, because we coming up on Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you celebrate, Kwanzaa, Rosh Hashanah. What is that? I don't know what that is. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I just don't know all the holidays. But yeah, don't do it to yourself. Like, have a little bit, space it out, but don't do it all at once. But anyway, this is just all my health updates for this week, which ain't really much when you think about it. But until next week, I will do more strength training. I will upload some more shorts, and I'm gonna do the workout videos that I couldn't get in. I'm trying, y'all. This is a lot. You know, I work, I have kids, and I do this YouTube thing, and I do have a social life, so it's just a lot. But I'm gonna get this content out to you guys. But let me know if you have any questions, concerns, or comments, any specific thing you would like to see health related, any kind of content you request. I hope you all have an amazing week. Until next time, guys. See ya.
If you love me, let me hear you say my name, my name. If you love me, let me hear you, babe. 'Cause I wonder if you feel the same, same. Or just tell me